Welcome to the Ultimate Fancast, where fans are the star of the show. Each week, we explore the epic co-created Battle Bunnies franchise from legendary artist Frank and Christa LaNatra and the team at Junkbox Studios. Ultimate fans join BBS, Lord L, and Brian as they dive deep into the extraordinary world of the Battle Bunnies. Plus, we'll be your guides and take you backstage with the creators and actors who are captivating family audiences worldwide. Are you ready to meet this week's Ultimate Fan? It's time to fan up and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Fancast. This week we have an OG. He's been with the Bunnies for a long time. He's got quite the collection. He's in the novel. And I think that you guys are going to love this. So without further ado, we have CryptomusMaximus.
Yay!
Yay! Welcome.
Yeah, excited to be here. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. You're one of the OGs. How did you get introduced to the Battle Bunnies? Like, what was your origin story for Frank and Krista's project?
Well, I guess I really got into like flipping NFTs. Originally started flipping, and then I found the Board2Death project, a hobby, and that kind of got me into the Discord and involved in everything. And a little group of us from that Discord, I think it was like me, Lord L, Lahio. Sorry about the dog.
Yeah, no worries. We have dogs.
Yeah,
we love our dogs.
I said they always got to be involved in everything. But yeah, but like I said, a little group of us, me, Lord L, Lahio, Novel Lifter, Pleb, Brando. I mean, a whole little group that we're finding new little projects and jumping in. I remember the same day I got a invite in a DM from Lahio and Novel Lifter for Battle Bunnies. And, you know, Lahio was like, oh, Frank LaNatra's got a project going. You got to check this out. And of course, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. And we pretty much got in right at the beginning. I mean, before we split up into classes, there were no classes or any of that stuff. So yeah, I've been in for almost since the beginning, I'd say.
Oh, nice.
Quite a while.
And you've got the Spartan. I take it, right? Like you got one of the.
Got a few Spartans. I wouldn't mind having a couple more.
Yeah. We'd all like a couple more.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Do you have a favorite? Like of all the different factions, like between the Spartans and the new factions and the eggs and all that stuff, do you have a favorite?
As far as different classes go, I always got to go with Vikings because I actually have Viking in my blood. So that's what I always tell Frank. So I've always stuck with the Vikings. But I mean, as far as favorite of all they've released so far, man, that's a tough one because Frank's artwork is just next level. And I might have to go with I really like the dragons. The dragons we got coming out now, some of those are just ridiculous. I mean, they're awesome.
Yeah, these dark dragons are sick.
They're so colors, yeah.
I still haven't egg yet. I'm excited to see what that one's going to look like.
Nice. Yeah. That's that could either be a new breed or a mythic, I'm told. So I'm like you. I'm hoping that I think either way is a win. But you know, we all want the mythics, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those are nice to get when we get those. I think I saw in your collection you got like a twin guard and the light dragons. That's a good pull, right? Like
I think I got the jester of that one. I think it was the only one with the jester color palette that came out with that. So that was pretty sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, that might show up in the game later.
Nice. Yeah, I got to name that one.
Yeah, that would be a good one to name. But yeah, for sure that we'll see that one in the game for sure if we get time to play the game, which I hope we do. So
Yeah, so you mentioned Board2Death and Battle Bunnies too. So you got two tattoo artists, and you have a tattoo from Harvey too?
Yeah, I actually got 3. I didn't even do my thigh, and I got one on my ribs, and then we turned my nipple into the Dead Boy logo. Yeah, I spent 3 days straight in this tattoo chair.
Wow. So if you could, what would you get from Frank? Like if you said, "Hey, I'm gonna do one for you," what would you go for?
Yeah, I've been bugging him to get a tattoo for I don't know how long, pretty much the entire time I've been here, I guess. But as far as what I want to get, I haven't decided yet. There's so many things and so many options, and I mean, I'd like to just do a whole scene, pretty much. Just give me a Battle Bunny scene, and it really doesn't matter what. With Frank, anything he puts out is going to be good, so he can just do whatever he wanted.
That's true. Yeah. No, it's like I'm new to the project. When I say I'm new, I started in May, and it was one of the Junkbox Studios. John Briggs was the one that introduced me to it, and he told me about this like a year ago at another conference, the same conference that we saw each other at, and I didn't quite get it. Like at that point, I was like, I don't know much about NFTs, and very limited, knowledge about it. So I was hesitant, but man, I wish I would have if I could go back in time, I would go back and because I think that was right just after the Spartan launch or the Spartan Mint, and just kind of join the project then. So is there any special memories that you have, like kind of being here from the early days, like getting to know the community? Is there like any stories that you have over the year, 2 years inside Battle Bunnies?
I think like one of the things that really like sold me on long term of the project is back in the beginning when Frank started, before it was actual drink and draw, he would just do live. If he got in the draw, he would just put it on live stream. So if anybody was around, they jump in and hang out. Back in the beginning, the community didn't have as many people as we do now. So there's a few times when I'd get in there and it's just me and Frank. So I would get to sit there and actually have one-on-one conversations with him about the project and just everything. And I mean, just listening to, that's one thing, the way Frank and Christa talk about the project, you can hear the passion, you can hear the enthusiasm in their voice. I mean, like I said before, like this is a dream that they've had. So like that's what really sold me, just listening to him talk about what they got going on and everything. So those are things that I really, really enjoyed and really look back on and was glad I got to do, just those one-on-ones, getting to talk to him. It was really good times. And that's the best thing about these two is, I mean, we all get those opportunities. That's one thing a lot of the people were so tight-knit and close is we all get, I mean, they're always here. We're always communicating. If you have a question, you can kill in Discord and general chat, type it out, and you're going to hear from them like almost immediately.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like I jumped in the first day. Yeah, I jumped in the first day and they're like, "Welcome to the Fluffle." Like Christa says, "Welcome to the Fluffle." And my response was, "What's a Fluffle?"
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, I felt ridiculous afterwards. And she's like, "Oh, it's a group of bunnies. It's like a family of bunnies." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And like you said, like you have access. Like I've gotten to know, Frank and Christa through this project, and like they feel like family now. Like it just
exactly.
so helpful. Like just so helpful, and like you don't get that with every. Like I've been in some other NFT projects, and you just don't get that closeness, I think, that you get here with the Battle Bunnies.
Yeah, that's what I said. As far as projects that I'm like fully invested in, I mean, I'm essentially invested in the people. I've invested in Frank and Christa because I have no doubt that they're going to take this as far as they can and push as hard as they can, no matter what the circumstances are.
Yeah. They just recently made a move full time to concentrating us, and you would have thought they were already full time.
Right.
Like they were already always in the Discord, like always, doing the drinking draws, like, that kind of stuff. So that must have been really cool to just have those conversations with Frank, you and him. Any suggestions that he took when he was drawing that, you can see in his art when you guys were having those conversations early on?
I don't know if I gave him any particular inspiration, but
Yeah, I know that's one of the things that I've been told, like a lot of people have, helped out with, like, some of the art, and, just, obviously it's coming out of the mind of LaNatra, and, but like, giving him some ideas like, oh, that'd be good if it was was doing this or that. So I was just curious.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of different traits or weapons that are in the collection. There were actually ideas from the community that would have never been there if it weren't for people, being able to interact like we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's just, that access is, that's invaluable, I think, because I just you don't get that everywhere. Like,
Nah, you hardly get it in at all.
Yeah, and it's so special. Are you excited about? Are you a TCGer? Are you excited about the trading card game launch?
I never really got into it, into the whole trading card thing. I'm definitely a collector, so the collector aspect of it, yeah, I ordered the pro box or the hero box, and I'm gonna probably pick up a couple more in Richmond. So I'll definitely have it for the collector side of it. And I don't know, I always try to get into the little play testing when I could, and it looks like a pretty good game, so I'll probably end up giving it a shot. I might like play around in Richmond or something when they get it set up.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a tournament there, I believe, too.
Oh yeah.
If you're interested in it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna play a TCG tournament there too?
I think so, yeah. They have a trophy and everything, which I don't know. I'd learn it quick. Just so I can get the trophy. Who knows what the trophy is, right? It could be anything.
Yeah.
No, they're really generous with their prizes. So like that's one of the things that I also like about the project is that, they've, like, I have a few mugs back there and stuff like that Aru one that was from one of the wheel spins on something that I got, and that's, it's a physical collectible now. It's, showed up, and that's, I just, I love that. Like, it just doesn't have to
that came from wheel spin.
Nice. Those wheel spins are great. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta love the wheel.
Yeah, and I know that Phil has like his Spartan cards. Like, those are, like, he's a collector on the like sports cards and stuff like that. And one of his favorite things to collect in the collection is those Spartan cards.
Yeah, I have mine.
Oh, he's got it close.
I got somewhere. Have you seen this stuff that AJ has done? Reptilian?
Oh yeah, the coasters and all the woodwork stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we had AJ on the show recently, so he came on and talked a little bit about that. Oh, there's your card.
Yeah.
Those are
Which
cool.
Lucky to have it.
I'm like you, Cryptomus.
He did. He's kind of like you, Brian. He came in not knowing anything and then found out, and it's just like, gimme.
Yeah, that's the way I've been. I'm a collector like you. So, like, I got the TCG game coming, and I don't know that these first ones that I get will be opened. Like, and then that means, I gotta get a set, and I want to get a set for, like, to give out for Christmas this year to family members, because we got a lot of people in my family that play games. Like, my brother-in-law, like, this will be his jam. Like, if he gets into the story, and I think that he and his friends who play different card games, tabletop games, that kind of stuff, board games, I think this could definitely be something they would enjoy playing a lot.
Nice.
So I have a question about your name. How did that come about? What inspired you for your name, CryptomusMaximus?
Well, it's actually a play off of an old email I used to have back in high school. Somehow I ended up with the nickname Cheech, and I had this email address. It was CryptomusMaximus, and I had that for years. And once I had to come up with the Discord name, I was trying to think, something related to crypto, and that just kind of like it hit me. I was like, that would work. So
yeah, no, that's
yeah,
epic. Like, yeah, now it's fitting too. Like it's Spartans. Like
oh yeah, it worked out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
As you can tell, I don't have a nickname yet. They have BBS has like all these like symbols and that stuff. You've got a cool nickname in the community, and I come in as Brian, which I know we share the name Brian, which is a cool name, but not a really cool Discord name.
Yeah, you just got to find something that fits.
Yeah, that's what Frank keeps saying. He's like, we're gonna eventually find you a good nickname, and I was like, yeah, we'll get there eventually. Hopefully, it's something I can live with. But yeah, I'm just not creative enough on that front to come up with like nicknames because I just don't have anything for this yet. So I'm looking forward to that. When it does, when that moment of inspiration comes and they decide that this is my nickname.
Yeah, you'll know when you hit.
Yeah.
Now, did I read it right that you're in the novel as well? Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, apparently, I guess so. That was actually a surprise to me. I mean, when they were writing it and a new chapter would come out, they had the little channel in the Discord where they would release each chapter. You go in and read it. Well, I got through the first few chapters, but I'll be honest, I'm not a huge reader. So I got through the first few chapters, then slacked off, and then they started doing they did the story time. We started reading it and then listening to it. And then it came up, and I remember it came up and said Maximus something. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Like, no, that can't be. And then, Frank confirmed it a little later. I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, I didn't know. It was a complete surprise to me. So that made it even better.
The book we're talking about.
The Unlikely Spartan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now, what were you? Do you know what faction like that? What character was in the movie or in the book from?
I think he's part of the Water Guard, so he'd be Spartan.
Nice. Okay, so you're one of the Spartans. That's how I got introduced to this project was through the book. Like that's before I even saw the NFTs or anything like that. John and I had met at this conference and we exchanged. I gave him a hat and he gave me a book. So I took the book home and I read the first couple chapters and I was like, this is some really good storytelling. Like this is just really, really good. And I was like, this is around an NFT project and some art and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, that's what we're building out. So he's like, but here's the cool thing is like, characters from inside the book are people inside the community in Discord. I was like, really? And so, it's nice to finally get to meet you in person, like as in person as talking on cameras can be, but
right.
But yeah, it's nice to put a face to the character in the book, because that's how I came into this project was through that storytelling. So it's cool. Maybe someday BBS and I will make it into a future novel from the series. That would be cool.
It could be a rock or something. That'd be great.
Yeah.
It seems like they already got two more.
I'll probably be a manservant to to one of the like one of the light dragons or something like that, to one of the Valkyries or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Like very quick cameo.
Yeah. Brian's name was in and out. Like
This Brian.
Who's this Brian? Like it should be like a running joke. Who's this Mr. Stout? Like we don't know who this Mr. Stout is.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny. So are you excited about the Dark Dragons? I mean, like, would you say you're more excited for the Dark Dragons in this next phase of the evolution of the project, or like?
I'm just pretty much excited for anything Frank and Christa put out. No matter what it is, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, amusement park. I want the amusement park.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we keep going in the right direction, that's going to happen one day.
Yeah,
and they've been about that. I've heard Christa talk about that from the beginning.
Yeah. No, I have too.
It's most of it already designed out and everything.
Wow, that will be so awesome, because like they're just such great storytellers, and the characters, you can see them coming to life. Like I've told people before, like I could just see this in an animated series, or I could see this on the big screen in a movie. And
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you had to pick a character other than yourself, like is there a character in the whole storytelling or in the collection that you'd want to be?
Probably the same one everyone wants to be, Narf.
Narf, yeah. Everybody wants to be Narf.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably quicker than I am, but I forget, somebody was telling us recently that Narf is just Frank spelled backwards.
Yeah.
Like I did not get that until that person said it to me. And
I think most people have to be told. I don't know. Like, I'm sure somebody has, but as far as I know, I don't think anybody's actually caught on to that without being told.
Oh man, it's just, I was like,
so good.
It's like, oh my gosh, that totally makes sense. And he, like, it seems like it's so fitting for his personality, and like who that character is in the book, and just the art around it and everything's so cool. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Narf as well. He would be.
It's tough not to see like Frank come out of that. Like when I'm reading that or I'm hearing it through the audiobook, I just picture him really as that character, and like he's doing that. And it just adds that layer to it. That's even more fun.
Yeah, it's so good. Well, we have a game if you'd be up for it. Because when you said Narf, that made me think of the game Name That Bunny, which he might be in that. Would you be up for playing a little game with us right now?
I'll give it a shot.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring it to stage. Give me a second here, and we'll bring up a little game and have some fun just with it. And I think this first character you'll have no problem with. So this game is called Name That Bunny, and all it is we're gonna have some fancy like music or graphics at some point. But name that bunny. I show a bunny and I say, name that bunny. So who is this?
Narf. We were just talking about. Yeah, it's one of the most recognizable characters, I would say.
Yeah, he is so recognizable in this collection. How about Name That Bunny?
That would be my ultimate hero, Tackleberry Booth.
Tackleberry Booth. What's the story behind Tackleberry?
I was a big Police Academy fan back in the day, and I don't know why, but coming up with a name, somehow I originally started trying to find something that went with Mahoney, and I just couldn't get anything to flow with it. And then, so we went Tackleberry, and Booth is actually a Norse name for lives in a barn, which actually kind of goes with the backstory I gave him and everything.
Very cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm Tackleberry from Police Academy. He's the big tall guy, right? Like the
the one has a real big gun and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool character in that
Those
collection.
are fun movies. They're so much fun.
Yeah, like
I haven't seen them in forever either. I need to go
my
back.
kids have never seen him. I know my kids have never seen him. That would be definitely something to expose them to. I like the guy that did all the noises and stuff like that with his mouth.
Yeah.
That was incredible what he can do. But love your ultimate hero Tackleberry. He's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, next up, name that bunny.
Oh, God. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, some of these might get hard. Like that's the thing is like
No, I do know this one. I cannot think of it.
yeah,
I'm horrible with names.
we also say that you can what is it? You can phone a friend or ask Phil. Or give me let's see. What would be a good hint on this one? Phil, you know who this is, right?
I believe so.
This one, she's a sorcerer, obviously, or no, not obviously, because she's got the Valkyrie wings, but she's wearing a sorcerer hat. Her last name is another word for devil. And her first name is
starts
on
with
her
a
hat.
L.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. It's Luna Diablo. Does that ring a bell?
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember the Luna.
Yeah, she's Luna Diablo. All right,
That's
next one. Oh man, I put two of them in here. Name that bunny.
The original Narf.
Yeah, the OG Narf before the novel version of him that we showed at first. How about this pirate?
Is it?
He's definitely somebody from the community.
Is it just name it Pirate Mothy?
It is Pirate Mothy. Yes, ding, ding, ding. Got it correct. Nice job.
Patch probably gives it away. The patch is so good on that.
Yeah. And speaking of pirates, how about this custom pirate?
Good old Jack Beard.
Yes. Davy Jones. All right. How about name that bunny?
That's it. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. I missed by one. Crap.
And this one, he doesn't necessarily have a name. This is just like who his character is. He's
it's mythic. I can't remember what they get. Which Doctor?
Well, it's Doctor Strange, but that's Disney's character in the Marvel universe. We don't call him that.
No,
but
I'm just
something.
the play off of it.
Yeah. It's definitely a homage to the Marvel character for sure. And he's in the sorcerer faction.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember what we call it.
He's the ultimate sorcerer. Yeah, like
it's something simple. And,
it's okay. Do you know who this is? Name that bunny.
Oh, that's Christikins, right? Isn't that her?
No, this is
the big one. Yeah, that's right.
This is a very prolific writer within the community that's written a lot.
Miss Firefly.
Miss Firefly, exactly. Yeah, she's the. And this one might be hard. I think, but she's been around. I think she's in the Junkbox Studios group. So I can definitely give a lot of hints on this sorcerer. Or I guess she's a Valkyrie. Or no, she's a sorcerer with bat wings, right?
Yeah, about when.
Yeah, I don't know if I know this one.
Phil, do you know? You got any hints? The one hint that I would give is her name is in her hat, just like the other one. But then you'd have to know like the second half of the name. But this is Moonbeam.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Moonbeam. Yeah, her name
I
is
was going to guess,
Moonbeam.
but I didn't want to get it wrong.
That's okay. There's no wrong answers. This is just about fun. And then this is an homage to a 1980s movie.
Oh, yeah, that's the Goon.
The Goon. Yes, I love this Goon.
Yeah, I should have had one of those. B hit. I'm still upset about that.
Did he mint one right in front of you and he got it?
Well, kind of. He meant it right after me. Just got in the morning. Was about to leave for work. I was gonna mint some, and he had messaged me, being like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna mint some too." I was like, "Well, I better mint mine first." And I wanted to mint 3, but I was waiting on ETH for the third one, and decided to go ahead and mint 2. So I minted 2, and then he minted his, and the very next one was one of the Goons.
One of the Goons. Oh man,
If I would have did all 3 in a row, I would have got it. And then
I've had a few of those situations myself where it's like, oh, if I could have just minted everything all at once, I would have got the thing that I wanted to get, but instead I didn't get to mint them all at once. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, it's a tough game we play. Plebs, I did that to Pleb, so Pleb's mad at me because of that. So I guess it was B hit got me back. I remember that very well. Minted, and then I got a message from Very Hoppy Spartan. Actually, he was like, "You missed the mythic by 1." I was like, "No, like don't tell me these things."
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Well, that's the first round. Now we have the ultimate fan bonus round, and this game is called Higher or Lower. And what I do in Higher or Lower is I show you 2 battle bunnies, and we just the intent is to see which one has a, from a rarity standpoint, which one is the lower one or which one's the higher numbered one in the rarities thing. So there's only one right answer, but these should look familiar, these 2.
Oh yeah, I definitely recognize the one with the holy hand grenade. That one is in my wallet. Took me a while to get it, but I managed to get it. But I would say that would be the higher ranked one. Although,
just to clarify, when you say higher, does it mean it like has a lower number, like as far as rarity, like out of 1 to 3750? So it would be the lower ranked one, right? Like the.
Oh no, that one's gonna have the higher level.
Okay, it's higher.
Oh,
okay,
they definitely got the higher level.
Let me. Oops, where did that go? I think you're right. I closed out the sheet that had the that had it on there. Sorry, let me reopen it again. I have my answer key. I have to have my answer key because I can't remember them all. All right, so the one on the left is ranked number 142, and the one on the right is ranked number 103. So I think the way, like when you're talking about levels, like it's definitely more rare. The one on the right is the more rare. So that's correct. All right. Next up, between Jackbeard and Hoplite, which one is the higher ranked one, and which one's the higher, or which one's the lower ranked, higher or lower?
All right, you gotta move the slide again. The slide's not moving.
Oh, it didn't move again. Oops, I moved the answer key. I just didn't move your guys. Sorry about that.
Ooh, these are tough.
This is a tough one.
Yeah. Which one do you think? Do you think Hoplite is the the lower ranked one, or Jackbeard?
Let's see. I'm probably gonna say Hoplite because I think that's I think that background's ranked a little higher than the other painted background. Let's see. And is that the?
That's just this is the Jackbeard OG or one, like the Battle Bunnies version of him. But yeah, you would be right. Hoplite is ranked number 27 in the collection from a rarity standpoint, and Jackbeard is 146. So John would love to hear that. Those guys like to go at each other all the time. So John's definitely going to like the fact that his hoplite is, from a rarity standpoint, is lower.
Oh yeah,
right,
he'll get that at some point.
Yeah, he'll definitely figure it out a way to bring that in. All right, next up is Luna Diablo versus Thunder God.
Oh, that's got to be Thunder God. Thunder God's mythic. They always got the higher rankings.
That's true. Yeah, he's number 8 versus Luna, which is number 69. And while she's sweet, but the one thing that I think, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think he's the only one in the whole collection that's standing on his right foot. Everybody else is standing on their left foot.
Yeah, that's the error card. That, of course, happens. Yeah, nice. The one error of the whole collection.
Very nice. I didn't even know that they called that the error card, so we appreciate you sharing that with us. That helps me figure out why is that one not on its left foot like everybody else.
They one like that.
Right. Next one up, your Ghost Bunny of Doom or the Ultimate Sorcerer. Which one do you think is lower ranked?
Oh, we got to move the slide again.
Dang it. I did it again.
No worries.
The power of editing. So which one do you think, between your Ghost Bunny of Doom or the Ultimate Sorcerer? Who do you think is the lower, who's more rare within the collection?
I'm going to go with my Ghost Bunny. I think the Ghost Bunnies get a little extra.
You would be correct. You would be correct. The Ghost Bunny of Doom is number 5, and the Ultimate Sorcerer is 21.
Oh, I did not know he was number 5. It's good to know.
Yeah. He's as far as rarity, according to OpenSea Pro, he's number 5 from a rarity trait standpoint.
Wow, he's great.
Yeah. This isn't the levels. The levels that they have in OpenSea, those things are different than the rarity. But based on his traits and all that stuff, he is number 5. All right, and last but not least, we hinted to this earlier. Is it your Twin Guard or this Twin Guard from the Vikings, the clay? Which one do you think, higher or lower?
I want to say mine, just because I know that background showed up twice. Dragon Man. Yeah. Yours is like
574, and mine's 944. This is my Twin Guard on the right. So,
nice.
Yeah, I picked it up off of, I think, somebody, Old Man or somebody sold it to me early on, and it was my first mythic. So, but yeah, he's 944. Yours is 574. So, yeah, good job on the higher and lower. That was just a little fun game that we had that we like to play, just to kind of just look at the stuff. Like, we love the art and we love the creatures in the collection, but I did not know that about that being an error card for that Thunder God. That's even cooler. So awesome.
That was a fun game. I liked that game because it shows all the art and like some things that, like, because we're not all looking at our wallets all the time, right? So just seeing that and the different styles of Frank's art is fun. So thanks for playing along with that. You did good too.
Yeah. How did it feel when you pulled the Ghost Bunny of Doom? Is there a story behind the Ghost Bunny of Doom, or was that just a surprise in your collection when you pulled it?
Oh yeah. I ended up minting that one. I remember when we were waiting for them all to like refresh on OpenSea. The image didn't refresh, but it showed the traits I was going through, and it saw mythic, and we were all in the Discord. So I had to go in the BC and be like, somebody check, Christa check. I think I got a mythic. And yeah, so it's always exciting getting those, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. With the mythic dragon, I did not want that jester egg to hatch, but with it hatching, that's probably the only thing that come out of it. Then it's like, yay!
Yeah, that's I bought a jester egg in the secondary market, and that turned into that dragon that's right there. So she's an elder. Like I was extremely happy that if it didn't was unhatchable, that I got that. Like, or one of your twin guards, that would have been cool too. But I didn't have any elders at that point, so I was like, oh, that's cool. So obviously I've come in hot and heavy with the purchase of more since then.
Yeah,
but
I don't think we've been formally like introduced or had anything up to this point, but I definitely know who you are. Yeah, you came in hot. You came in and started buying up everything that dropped. There was a couple that came out. I keep an eye on the listing market all the time. Every day, a couple times a day, I check that thing, and there was a couple that came out, and I was like, oh, and by the time I went, sold. Brian bought it.
But you've noticed that I've stopped buying, right? Like, and it's because I wanted like what I wanted. Like there was like, I wanted to get one of each type of egg. And like, now that I've got all that stuff, it's like, I'm good.
Yeah, I am. I've meant, as many as I can, like pretty much as money as I can afford to spend at the time. I'll spend it all on a mint. Especially Frank and Christa's, but it's everything I've bought off of secondary and everything that's been straight to my personal collection.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Like I mean, it's now kind of like I'm in this like lull where I'm like, oh, I don't get to like go buy stuff, and I seen BBS picking up some bunnies over the last week or so, and I'm like, oh, that would have been so cool to pick those up. But
it's hard not to buy. I mean, it really is.
I just enjoy the art and the collection and stuff, and I turned some of mine into canvases so that I could look at them, and because I figured if I put them in my wallet, like, and just kept them in my digital wallet, like I'd look at them, but probably not as much as like having them behind me on my wall and stuff like that. It was a couple $100 to get them done, and like that was a great investment, because I get lots of enjoyment out of them. Plus, I get to talk to people about stuff, because I'm not going to bring somebody to my computer or pull up my phone and show them something when they come to my office. I can just be like, hey, look at that. So have you won any of or purchased any of the canvases from them over,
I got one of the Sonya canvases at Richmond last year.
Nice. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Me and Frank aren't sure if I bought a hoplite or not, but I don't think I did. I was surprised if I did, but I'll be definitely picking up a couple more in Richmond.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can meet in person. I'm planning to be at Richmond, but sometime work stuff may dictate otherwise. So, but that's the intent.
You can make it, man. It's a good time, especially getting to meet everybody. I mean, last year was great. You go there and you meet for the first time, and you kind of think it's going to be awkward or not, but I mean, like you said, it's just like meeting family or a friend you haven't seen in a while. I mean, it was just natural. It was awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to it again this year and seeing all the new people that are going to be coming, because I think we got a lot up this year.
Yeah, I think there's a huge turnout planned according to that list Krista sent out. So that should be great. And I know a lot of people are going to be there for DPS and that tournament, and just the stuff that we're doing with the Battle Bunnies there, and the TCG launch officially at the event. So,
Well,
that sounds like
the convention.
What's that?
So the people is going to be taking over the convention.
Yeah. Between all the roundtable projects, Carcaeus and Board2Death and Bunnies and DPS, like it's gonna and then some. Like who knows if we're gonna see a new project there, right? Like who knows?
Yeah.
You might fall in love with another project there too. So I'm not as familiar with some of the other projects that are going to be there, but now that I'm kind of good with where I'm at within the Battle Bunnies, now I can start looking at other projects and stuff like that, and trying to figure out like things that I want to collect. My problem is I want to collect everything inside of a project, or like one of every trait or one of every type, or that kind of stuff, and that can get really expensive really fast.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir here, buddy.
Yeah, you can't be a completionist in every project, right? It's like, ooh,
No.
Try.
yeah, you can try. I did not benefit by waiting a long time. I wish I would have been part of the mints with you and BBS, and like getting to participate in last year's mints with the ghosts and the dragons and all that stuff. Like having to buy everything on secondary just isn't as fun. Like, it's kind of like it's fun from a hunter standpoint, collecting, but I also like the minting that I'm now starting to get to do with like the dark dragon. So you get that whole like surprise of what gets revealed. And like so far I haven't had any like great pulls from the dark dragon eggs, but who knows, some of the ones that haven't hatched yet could turn into mythics or whatever. So that'll still be cool to see once those get released.
Yeah, I never had any like decent pulls out of mints until I hit Battle Bunnies. That's when I hit minted my first legendary, my first mythic. So
Nice.
hopefully just keep on going.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, anything else? I know we've kept you well past the 30 to 40 minutes. We try to keep these two. We appreciate
talk about Battle Bunnies all day long.
Yeah.
You can probably tell. So can we? We're ultimate fans, all of us, and we love talking to ultimate fans like you, because we just, we can hear it in your, in your voice, like how much you care about Frank and Christa and the project and everything that they're doing, what it means to you. I mean, you're going to Richmond. I mean, you want to meet in person with the friends and family inside the project. I mean, that just, it's cool. I mean, it's just very, very cool. That's what attracts people like me and BBS and others to the projects is, people like you that, come in and you stay and you like the people, and you interact with the people. Yeah. So it's great to get to know people.
The community definitely makes a big difference too. Like I said, we got a bunch of great people in the community.
Yeah. And I don't even have any tattoos. So like like my wife does, but I don't. Like I probably need one or two. Like
you're going to the right place. Then.
Yeah, if I go to Richmond, I could show up, with the Battle Bunnies tattoo, or something. Obviously, I'm joking. You probably have to have that scheduled or something like that.
Oh yeah, you probably definitely have to have that scheduled. You show up, you can watch. Maybe.
Yeah, I can watch somebody getting something.
Actually, you could just stick your arm in and get a free tattoo. You just didn't know what you were getting.
Oh wow. Yeah, that would that I probably wouldn't go for.
It would be a good first one.
I don't want to start off with just something random. Like I always told my wife, like I would do a tattoo. Like my kids have tattoos. Like my son designed his own tattoos and he had the artist put it on to his so he's working on like a sleeve. And then like, all my kids, well, 2 of my 4 boys have tattoos. It's just, I haven't found anything yet that I'm like, okay, well, but I can definitely see like something from the Battle Bunnies or some of the art that I've done for myself, like logos and stuff. I could probably do those, but I don't know. There's nothing pulling me really hard, but who knows? Next year, maybe. Well, anything you want to say before you close? Like, what tell somebody that's just discovering the Battle Bunnies, like if you were giving advice to somebody that's just joining the project or just discovering Frank and Christa's art.
First of all, the project pretty much speaks for itself. All you got to do is come in, take a look around, see what they got going on. But yeah, just get in, talk to Frank and Christa. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like I said before, just hearing them talk about it. I mean, you can tell that, this is something real. They got big dreams, big plans for this thing. We probably haven't even heard half of the stuff they got planned. for the future of this project. And I mean, like I said, I'm here for the long haul. I'm going to see where this thing goes to the end or what. And then, but other than that, I mean, it's just as far as all the other projects out there, there's not the big ones. I mean, Bored Apes, Mizuki, Clone X, all these blue chip projects. I mean, if you look at what they've done and they've produced up to this point compared to what Frank and Christa have done, I mean, Frank and Christa are blowing these projects out of the water. I mean, they should. Why they're not considered one of the top projects right now is absolutely ridiculous. But
it's just obscurity, like that.
We'll get our time in the light. Yeah, we'll get our time.
Yeah. And I mean, that's not financial advice or anything like that. Like we, I don't think there's an aspiration that we get to like the Bored Apes valuations and stuff like that. I think it's just a matter of just getting this in front of the right people so they can see the community. They can see the utilities that, that come along with like being a Spartan holder and, the ways that Frank and Christa and John and Mike give back in different ways, like, through gifts and, physical merch and contests and just the friendship and all that stuff. Like, I don't know that you'd get that at, some of these other projects. I'm not in those projects, so I really can't speak, to them specifically, but yeah, I think, it's just an obscurity thing. Like, people don't always buy the best product. They buy the one that's most well known or the one that's, marketed the best, that kind of thing. So we'll have our day in the sun someday because great things tend to rise to the top. And I truly believe the art is great. It's just a matter of getting people that, are, what do they call them? Taste makers. Like, you need some sort of like taste maker that's like falls in love with the art, and then all their friends are going to fall in love with it. And then it'll get crazy, but we don't, we're not, I'm happy with the way the things are right now. I like
it's a lot easier to accumulate right now.
It definitely is. Yeah. Like, if it would have been like the Azukis or something like that, like, I just wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't have fun. Like, but like, I'm having fun with this project. So I'm enjoying everything and getting to know everybody.
Yeah. And it's the community and the story too. Like, I love that everything is like got a story with it. It's not just here, go buy this. There's a lot to it. There's a through line through it. There's a reason. And then, like you guys touched on, it's the owners, the founders, Frank, Christa, and then the ones that we're not talking about all the time, John and Mike and their team. Like, they're leaders in their industry, and they're it's like it's all these parts that come together, the community, all our puzzle pieces, like I like to say, and CryptomusMaximus is a very big puzzle piece in the Battle Bunnies world. And when we get just one more of you in here, we're gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's what this is all about. So it ties into you just saying, hey, I'll come and do this Fancast with you guys. Not many people would do that. I know, because I've talked to a lot of people about it. So we definitely appreciate your time, and your stories. And definitely you're gonna be on the list to come back if you want to come and do this crazy thing with us again.
Yeah. Like I said, I love Frank and Christa's dad, the Battle Bunnies. I mean, it's just an amazing project. So yeah, there's plenty to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and there'll be more, Dark Eggs and the different, what comes next in the novel and all those like series things. Like, oh my gosh, just lots of stuff to talk about. So we appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to having you back.
All right, and thanks for having me. It was definitely a good time. Definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, same here. All right. Well, that was
Another good one.
Yeah, another good one. I like the ultimate fans. Like,
yeah, they're not disappointing.
You're never going to be disappointed when you bring on an ultimate fan like that. Like, and we get people from different stages in the project. We've had people that, recently, joined the project to people like CryptomusMaximus, who's, been here pretty much from day one. So like, that's the great thing is you got all these different people, different views, different timelines, like, but everybody loves the project and they love what Frank and Christa are doing and John and Mike and just what the community's doing, the community's contribution. So yeah, we'd love to have people come on and join us. Like you alluded to, you talked to a lot of people, not everybody inside the community is ready to join us.
To talk. They want to talk about, they want to chat with us. So it's not like they're saying, no, I would never do that for, because I don't like it. They just, it's level of comfort. And I get that.
Yeah. And, I think 2-3 years from now, like, we will not have any problem getting fans on the show. Like it's like we will have definitely people like CryptomusMaximus come back and join us multiple times. Like people get more comfortable with the format and, we'll get to play some games, have some fun, talk about the bunnies. Like, for us, it seems easy, but I can get the trepidation, like why you would not want to do that if you didn't know what was coming. So
right.
We appreciate Brian joining us. And anything else you want to close with, Phil, before we sign off?
No, I think that's everything. I just look forward to having him back on again. I want to keep chatting.
Yeah. And Phil, where are you? Phil, or not Phil, Lord L, where are you? Phil, where are you? Are you here? No. Yeah, he did the total Twitter pick today.
He deserves everything they were talking about right now. But that's
yes. But no, we miss you, Lord L.
Yeah, we miss you.
We need you back on. But we will have you back on with Cryptomus for the next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Ultimate Fancast, where fans are the stars of the show. That is you, Brian, and we thank you for joining us. And for those other ultimate fans out there, we look forward to making you the star of the show too. So just reach out to us through Discord or click on some of these links below or in the Discord channel, get a hold of us. I think I already said that, or on our website when we get that up, the ultimatefancast.com. Or I think it's just ultimatefancast.com. We need to figure that out. But thanks, everybody, and have a wonderful day. And we'll do this again next week. Thanks. Thank you for joining us today, Ultimate Fan. BBS, Lord L, and Brian, that's me, do hope you enjoyed today's program as much as we did, where ultimate fans like you are the stars of the show. We'd be honored to have you join us on a future episode where you can share your story and love of the Battle Bunnies with this encouraging community. It would be the greatest compliment if you shared something you love about the Battle Bunnies on your favorite social platform today, like X, Facebook, or Instagram, and tagged us. Or simply use hashtag UltimateFancast so we can recognize and celebrate with you and other super fans by sharing your post. Bonus points if you do both and use an image of one of your favorite Battle Bunnies or a screenshot of this episode. We know you share, like, and comment because you care about our fellow Ultimate fans as much as we do. Please leave comments too to let us know how we can make this the greatest fan experience for the Battle Bunnies community. This podcast is sponsored by Hairstream Media, your bunnies all the time streaming service. Okay, not really. It is just us fans like you giving some of our time to support other fans like you. Join us over in the Battle Bunnies community and Discord to continue the fun. We hope you tune in with us each week. So make it easy. Subscribe now. We'll be here to keep you hopping when you need us.